guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Rachel.
And we're Twintorials.
We're gonna say it together. Damn, every time.
Whatever. Today we're going to do a 2 looks 1 palette on a palette that we have been eyeballing for quite some time now, which is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 5 palette. I guess I don't know where the other 4 are.
I think they were all limited edition.
They must have been. But this is what she looks like. This retails for, what, how much? So this retails for like a Natasha Denona or a Panograph palette. This is $125 for this. Rachel got these on a Black Friday sale where it was...
It was 40% off if you spent $200 and 30% off if we spent $150, I think.
So we got also the Groundwork palette. So we'll do a separate kind of review on this. But just for the record, it's been treating us quite well.
Right.
But we're not wearing the 2 looks of this
no,
here
not today. I am wearing the light
shadow.
But I'm wearing all of the green shades inside the palette.
Yeah, so they look so spicy. But if you're interested to see what kind of looks that we came up with here and swatches and our thoughts on the palette, then just keep on watching. Okay, I guess I'll just start by priming my eyes. I have the Wet n Wild eye primer right now. I kind of feel like I did this already, but I can't remember. My eyelids are feeling like ever so slightly tacky, so these shadows aren't going anywhere today, I guess. I'm still not sure what like route I want to take. This silver is ridiculous. Like I already tried it the other day and it was like out of this world. I kind of want to go into it again. I haven't used the dark blue yet. I guess on my finger, I'll just go with strong. It's the darker half side of the blue pan, or this turquoise or whatever. It might be a little, oh my god, it's so good. I was gonna say it might be a little much, but I'm taking back that comment immediately. It's just perfectly much, you know? And it definitely has like some purple in it as well, which I so appreciate. It's like a nice turquoise to purple, but it's not as intense of a flip as like a maybe a Cleona multi-chrome, but all of the flip colors are like very visible throughout the shadow, which sometimes that's not like the case. You can see like the main color when you're looking at it, and then when you turn is when you get the flip. But this, you can just see all of the dimension of it. Shadows are really good. But we did get the Groundwork palette too, and I'm gonna blend out these edges real quick. But we did get the Groundwork palette too, and while that's not going to be included in this like review exactly, I might use it for the look. It's just we haven't used it as much as we've used the Lightwork, so I don't want to necessarily put it in review form. There's a lot of reviews available, I'm sure. So far though, that one is also treating me really well as far as how the mattes go. I've only used it maybe twice. That's ridiculous. Okay. Should I just go into the one right next to it? I kind of want to, but part of me is thinking Inspiring might be good. I used this color is Inspiring. It's like kind of silver, it's like a silver purple kind of shade. It could look really good. Could go green to match my hair, but I always go green to match my hair. Let me touch Brave. That's just the color. That's just the color. It's the same color I love in every palette that or every single I get. Like, yeah, okay. Oh my god. Everything. I also have had good luck using these shadows with a brush too. I just prefer my finger for shimmers. I think any real shimmer lover will tell you that. Ooh. What do I do for my inner corner though? I could go silver. Because that's crazy. That silver is crazy. Could go that pink color. Okay, I'll go with the shade Protected, this like pinkish duochrome, pink purple duochrome kind of thing, just because I want to spice it up a little bit and not stick with complete blue and green family. And then maybe on my lower lash line I'll go in with like one of the purples to really juice it up. But that color is really pretty. It has a lot of lavender in it, I feel like, but there's like some hot pink flash that goes along with it too. I'll go under with the About Face one because I have it right here. I can't see where I put my other one. I'm either going, okay, so on the outer half, I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Powerful right here, which is this gorgeous like purple with a, like this fuchsia flip. Oh, my daughter out there right now. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. Charlotte, Charlotte, Charlotte. And then I might take a little bit of Powerful up onto the lash line here just because I feel like it reads as just ever so slightly darker than this blue on the lower lashes. So I want to make sure that's like blended up, but I'm not doing a ton of that. Like these are, I've only tried one pressed powder shadow from Kaina Cosmetics, but these are kind of the most similar that I've found to the one that I got. I got it as like a gift with purchase. It's super like thick and flaky and crumbly. These aren't quite as flaky and crumbly, but some of them do have that same flaky foil texture, like Invincible to Silver and centered this like kind of peachy gold up here. And then same with Brave, also has that flaky texture. But those three, well, and Powerful kind of has it too. A lot of those have that flaky texture instead of just the like really intense sparkle and shift. They also have the bumpiness that goes with them, you know? Should I go in with Healed? This purple? Okay, I'm gonna go in with Healed. Oh! I'm gonna have to heal if I keep getting this crap in my eyes. And then just to make sure that one is nice and intense, I'm gonna go with my pinky. I really like that. So I'm gonna start working on some base stuff. I might add some liner. I feel like I might need some grounding liner, but I don't know yet. So let me go ahead and start digging with my coverage products here, and then I will be back. All right, so I did do the rest of my makeup because I didn't actually have any changes. I put in a little bit of like gray eyeliner just to ground it, and then I actually used groundwork on my lips. I used the shade Bark to line with, and then chiseled for the center of my lips, and then I also used chiseled as my nose contour, which, yeah, and a little bit on my cheeks, which it's definitely chiseled. I think I need to blend over here a little more. Hey, don't walk in. Is this look for you? Alright, I already did one eye, clearly. I focused on more of the like pinks and purples. I've used the greens a few times. Those are the colors that I'm normally drawn towards, so I tried to branch out for myself personally. Oh, dude, I'm wearing black. Please no. Please no. I love you, Peanut, but please. I am completely cat hair free right now, and I'm wearing black tights. Please. Thank you. For a quick like base for the eyeshadow, I'm just using the shade Chiseled from the cream to powder from the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette. Still playing around with this one. This damn cat. Still playing around with this one, so I don't have any thoughts yet to like for a review, but I do have thoughts. I did kind of add a little bit up front, so it looked a little bit cut creasy. Not entirely, but I'll take the sticker off this mirror so I can see. There's 2 stickers? That's crazy. No. I can't. Jesus, there we go. Just pretty messily, but it doesn't really matter because it's pretty like, it's pretty chill shade.
kind of throwing that around. Then for our first shade, we are going to start out with the shade Loved, which is the lightest color here in the split pan. It's a, like, you'll see, but it's a pink, green, gold, kind of like Cleona Chandelier, but without like blue. I'm gonna pop that on my lid, and I'm gonna use a brush to clean up the top, but these are definitely best applied with fingers, and I have short nails right now, so I may as well utilize my tools. Before I go in and clean that up, on the outer corner I'm gonna use the shade Unstoppable, which is like a pinky, peachy, it looks darker in the pan than it is like in the swatch. It's cute though. I have a shade similar from Cleona, I'm pretty sure. Ah! Wrong shade. And then just using a flat top brush in the shade Loved again and kind of bringing it up a little bit higher, making it kind of cut creasy looking, more defined. Next I took this little like linery brush kind of, and the shade Unbreakable, which is this darker pink here, and then I go in with the shade Powerful, which is got a darker base, and I kind of deepen it up. This is what I'm using for my wing, and it's so funny because wings used to be difficult for me, and now they're like so easy. Like, I don't know how they were ever difficult. Oh no, cat's getting the Christmas presents. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with the shade Powerful, the darker one, and just put it a little bit lower. I'm not going to cover the whole thing, and you probably won't be able to tell that it's like a gradient, but... Peanut! And really quick, we need a bit of concealer, so I can do the rest of it. Just put a couple dots there. Alright, inner corner, the shade Radiant, this light peachy shade here, so freaking pretty. We're also going to top it with the shade Centered, which is like one of the, like a flakier shade, kind of like the silver. Oh god, these are like so good. So good. So I'm going to pop that in my inner corner. Look at that. That is so pretty. It's like this like peach green, almost like a tiny green. Like yellow, I don't know, I love it. And then I'm gonna top it with Centered. It's a little bit like chunkier. I'm gonna bring that up just a touch. Back in with the dark pink Unbreakable for my lower lash line. And a little bit of the shade Powerful again. Going to add a brow bone highlight, and for that brow bone highlight we are going to use the shade Fearless, which is right here, and this shade is also very Tulle. I can't wait to do the swatches for this palette. It's going to be so good. It's kind of like the Kaleidos like Space Age Prophecy highlighter kind of shade. And then I did take a little bit of Centered, that like peachy kind of shade, and pop it in the center of my eyelid. It's really hard to use in like a scattered manner, I feel like, because it's so creamy, so I kind of had to blend it around a lot. Alright, I'm going to finish my makeup really quick, and then I'll be back to show you how it looks all complete. Alright, and here is my final look with the rest of my makeup all done. We will talk about this palette in our outro, so thank you for watching. Alright, those are our looks. I apologize if it's a bit rusty on the tutorial portion because we're both a little bit out of practice. We film like Instagram tutorials, but more like voiceover style, yeah. So And it's not like we do those that often either. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed the looks. I actually really liked the look. Now that it's been a day, I can talk about it. I really liked the look I came up with. I didn't love it while I was sitting in here and filming the look, but after I left the room and sat on it, marinated with it for a couple of minutes, I ended up like really actually vibing with that look really hard. It actually maybe one of my favorites that I've come up with recently. So, I really like this palette.
There's a lot of creative room. I like that there's so many like deep jewel tone shimmers because those work as a really great base to layer some of these sheerer tones on top of. Like these split pans are all freaking astounding, but my favorite are this one, Inspiring and Abundant, and then Strong and Brave, which I used in my look. Those are my two favorite little tidbits. They're so stunning.
Oh, it's hard for me to say.
But there's different formulas in here too, because like this one is
more like a gel.
Even this one is like really almost. I think I mentioned this while I was talking about it in my tutorial, but almost reminds me of like one of Kyma Cosmetics pressed shadows, like really flaky but also really creamy, almost like the Ritual Defeat highlight intensifier.
Yes.
Not quite that wet,
right?
But it's not.
But it doesn't
crumbly, but
bad.
they're not that crumbly, you know? But they are, like, striking, okay?
They are very, I will say, they're not something that you can scatter easily. They're not something that you can, like, tap on the lid. Because they're so pigmented, you really have to, like, swipe them on. If you don't, they won't really give you much. But when they give you something, they give you everything.
They give you insanity. But, yeah, I don't really have any qualms about this palette. I think it does limit me a little bit, obviously, just because it doesn't have my normal quote-unquote colors in here, but I like that. I'm starting to find that a palette that limits me is one that frees me creatively a little bit more.
I have pretty much since we got this, I've been dipping into it every time I do my makeup. I'm still using my Project Pan items, but I'm really trying to get a feel for this and to see if any of our other shadows, like if it gives me a reminder of one of the other shadows that we have.
Yeah. If there's anything that we think is similar, we'll try and
I'll put some stuff in.
Insert
But there's not, I will say that out of like our Cleona shades and our indie shades and all of that, I would say there's not all too many dupes. Flat out dupes. There are some that maybe you could swap for that are similar. Maybe with the dark red orangey multi-chrome, that one might be a full-on dupe. Everything else seems to be a little bit unique to my collection, or at least nothing I can find in my singles.
I find a couple of jeweled greens or jeweled blues, but they're not quite the same.
And these are like, I don't know how to explain the opacity of them, the thickness of them, but they have they're super opaque. Like even in comparison to some of our Cleona shades, like not all of them, some of our Cleona shades are super opaque, but this is different. I wish I could explain it.
Some of these are like
creamy opaque.
Some of these are like straight wet metallic too, and while some of them are like piecier sparkle, like
yeah, they're all so good, but they all have a nice thick base under them. They're not very sheer.
They're like rich to the touch too.
Yes. I love all of the deeper kind of tones they put in there. I think that it's really versatile in the way that you're going to be able to come up with some really dope looks, and you're always going to have a deeper shimmer to put on the outer corner kind of thing, which is kind of what I do like to see in an all shimmer palette, is a way that you can build like a full look with it. I really like it. I'm very happy with this purchase. I have no qualms. I was a little bit worried when I purchased it. Like I felt like I was like, this is kind of a splurge, but we've been thinking about it and we pulled it out of our makeup budget, so technically it doesn't, didn't really spend anything. But it just felt like weird because we haven't bought expensive makeup.
Like an eyeshadow palette in quite some time.
Right, long time. We've made like look-see order, like place look-see orders, but those are like $30 even when you get 100. So it's not even the same as buying a $125 palette. But for both of them, I think I paid like about $125. So I was pretty happy with that price. I didn't really have any issues clicking place order when I saw that price, because I was like, okay, just the price of one. So,
yeah, frankly, I think if you had your eye on the palette, you'd probably like
you
it.
would probably like it.
If you're somebody who wants to spend money on it, or I think you can get like 15 or 25% off when you sign up for emails or whatever on Danessa's site. I would go for it if you've been looking at it, because it has been so stunning, and the packaging is just like that oil spill.
Yeah, the box it came in was so pretty too. This like I love it. I love the packaging. I love everything about this palette. It's so pretty. I think that this is actually, quite frankly, both of these, I'm just going to toss this one in here a little bit. We need to like use it a little bit more to get,
we need to demo it.
Well, but we need to get, I need to like get a little bit more familiar with it before I'd be confident like putting a review out about it. But as of right now, I'm feeling that both of these two will make it into like a top used makeup category for us. They seem like things that are gonna stay up on our like desk and in our buckets, and something that's probably not gonna be put away for quite a while, which is really nice and exciting. I actually didn't expect to love it that much.
Yeah, I knew that we would definitely like want to play in it when we first got it, but I was afraid that maybe we would do 1 or 2 looks and then be like,
right, done with it. And as of now, that doesn't seem to be the case, and I don't even have like, it's not even a question if I want to open it up tomorrow when I do my makeup.
How long have we had it now? 2 weeks? A week?
I think just over a week.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been 2 weeks yet.
I don't think so.
Maybe
but I have used it every day.
Yeah, I have. I haven't taken a lot of pictures, but it's this. I can't. I said it in when I was doing my look. I cannot wait to do the swatches, because every time I put one of those on my eyes, I'm like, I 10 out of 10 like this palette. If it's on your list and you intend on buying it already and it's in your budget, I would say that you won't have any qualms purchasing it. If you do purchase it, I think you will like it. That being said, always shoot for like a 20% discount if you can. Sephora's running 20% off right now. Probably not by the time this video goes up because we're slow. So is Ulta, which I don't think they have Danessa, but anyway, just make sure you're trying to get a discount, especially when it's like a luxury item.
No reason to pay full price on anything.
Right, but if it's not something that you've even had your eye on, how about you like not worry about it? Just disregard. Just worry about it later.
There's no reason to spend $125 on a sparkly eyeshadow palette that you don't have any room or need for. It's not worth it. It's not even a good palette, so.
Oh, right, terrible. But that's really all my thoughts that I have right now. I just can't wait to keep using it. I'm so beyond happy with this palette. I have no qualms with it. As I've said, it's really, really nice.
Yeah, and if you guys need like a chatty get ready with me, if you have any like specific questions about our lives or whatever, I don't know, let us know. And we can get something like that going. Since we're struggling a little bit for content ideas right now, but we're trucking along.
Yeah, it's not just that, it's also just like deciding to sit down and film, not like finding the time, but deciding to. But realistically, like there are a few nights a week where we just can't, it's completely off the docket, so. But Charlotte's getting bigger, so she can start venturing out and doing stuff by herself for a while, and she can interrupt us every so often, every 20 minutes instead of every 5. So like that's feasible. We can make content like that. But anyway, if you want to see more of our inconsistent ASSESs, please subscribe to our channel and like this video, because it's supposed to help us out. I don't really know how it does, but I really would like to see,
an extra thumb.
Yeah, it makes me so happy. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.